Jake Paul, it's clear to me you are desperate for a reality check. This is the hardest sport in the world, and people dedicate their lives to this, and most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters, all of which would fuck you up. Why don't you lose to an old man who's retired? If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living fuck out of a fucking goofy, fucking entitled dickhead like you.
Well, I think you should take it. I think Jake Paul should take it. It fits his MO perfectly. The whole shtick that Jake Paul is doing is he's trying to be as obnoxious as humanly possible to upset as many people as he can, so that when he does organize an event, probably more than half of the individuals, they go there just hoping to see Jake getting beaten up. And this is a tactic that was done in wrestling. It's the heel versus babyface. And yeah, I mean, for Jake, it's working. Now, if you look at Jake's MO and you realize a pattern, you may understand why actually fighting Andrew Tate would be something that I could see him do. So, who has Jake fought up until now? Well, he managed to defeat a retired NBA player by the name of Nate Robinson, and Nate was 40. He beat a retired MMA fighter, Ben Arkson, also 40. Another retired MMA fighter, Tyron Woodsley, 42. Yet another MMA retired fighter, Andrew Silva. And he lost to one boxer by the name of Tom Fury, 25. And after that, he went on and he started beating other retired people. And the last one was Mike Tyson. Now, I was thinking that he may actually unearth Muhammad Ali, and he's going to use the power of necromancy in order to fight Muhammad Ali. But no, I don't think he will do that. Instead, I think he actually needs to fight Andrew Tate. I do support this. It would be the best match of our time, especially because, again, the whole shtick with Mr. Paul is to be obnoxious and have people willing to go see him getting beaten up. Which, in the case of Andrew Tate, you may also get a lot of people tuning in, hoping to see Tate getting beaten up. And Tate is also retired, so he does fit the MO perfectly. I think this may actually happen. Well, obviously it depends whether or not Jake hears about the challenge, and if he's willing to actually come to Romania, because I understand that Tate cannot leave the country. So, yeah, if he's willing to put up with this, it would actually be interesting. I think that Tate views this as increasing his PR because he does have the opportunity to beat Jacob. Now, there is one more thing, especially after the Tyson fight. I talked about it previously. And to summarize it, a lot of people think that the fights are rigged. The answer is in between. Like if you're thinking that Jake talks with Tyson before and he's like, all right, well, this is how the first round is going to go. This is how the second round is going to go. If they're doing like an MMA script, no, that's not what's happening. But if you read the contract, you will actually understand what's happening because the contract was going on Twitter and I haven't seen it fact checked, so I assume it's true. And basically the contract is that if Tyson was to knock out Jake in the first round, he would get almost no money. If he knocked him out in the second round, he would get a little bit more money. And in order to get like the maximum financial gain from all of this, they would have had to go all the rounds and reach for the referee to declare the winner. So basically, if you are into the fight for financial reasons, which I assume that some of these retired players are, because like, why else are you coming out of retirement? Then you don't want to knock your opponent out, right? So you're going to hold back, you're going to be worried. You basically want to prolong the match as long as possible. So if you're wondering if it's rigged, well, in this matter, yes. Like, absolutely. Unless you have someone that just wants to go in there to genuinely, like, fight Jake. Like, they're not caring about the money, they're not caring about the wealth, and they're like, no, you know what, I'm going to kick his ass. I'm going to kick his ass in front of the audience, and yeah, like, if someone was to think like that, then maybe. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe that this fight will happen? I would find it very interesting if it does. And if it's happening in my country, like maybe I can go there and live stream. Although I don't think you're allowed, right? Like you're not allowed to go in with a camera and live stream even if you're physically there. Like there may be rules against that. So, but I can still go and watch it live, I guess, and talk to you guys about what's taking place. I think it's a high chance that it will happen. I think it's a high chance that he may accept. It's also up to the viewers, right? So like the fans of Tate and the fans of Jake to try and pressure them, to try and pressure Jake to actually go on with it. I guess like the only thing is that Tate isn't in his 50s, right? So I don't know if Jake is comfortable fighting people this young. Is that how it works? Because I see he likes to pick them all, like he's... Yeah. All jokes aside, though, laugh at Jake as much as you want, but I think he made around $80 million from all these fights. He is the U-Ball of boxing. I mean, he is what, like 27 years old, and he is set for life. Like if tomorrow he chooses to retire and not work a single day of his life, he can probably choose to do so, and his children can also have the luxury of doing so. Yeah, I mean, I get it. He's annoying and people dislike what he is doing. But at the end of the day, if you had a son like that, you'd probably be proud. You'd be like, okay, well, he made $80 million at the age of 27, didn't commit any crime. I don't see the problem with it. And I think that's what pisses people off. Because if people weren't pissed off and they just wouldn't tune in, he wouldn't be making this amount of cash. Like just the fact people are hate watching is why he is making so much money, which pisses people off even more. And it's like this feedback loop where he will keep doing it. And of course, the other reason why people are pissed off is that he's taking all these legends that people remember from their youth, and he is making these fights which do not look epic, do not look awesome or amazing. It's just fights where usually he wins. It's very... I guess it's the same what Star Wars fans experience, right? When Kathleen Kennedy brings Luke Skywalker only to humiliate him. It's kind of like that. Except in this story, Luke Skywalker generally likes being humiliated. Like, he wants to accept the challenge from Mr. Paul, and they go there and, they make money, and then the people hate Paul, but the reality is they did sign the contract. They knew what they were getting into, so I think, like, both parties deserve a little bit of criticism here. In the case of Andrew Tate, I mean, he is the one that issued the challenge. I don't think that he's going to lose. But let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.